Hello, welcome back. It's another beautiful day, another day with a new point of attraction, a day where you're starting to see more and more come into your reality that you've been doing within yourself and drawing to you. So it's never what you're reaching for, wanting to manifest, a lot of money, or just money in general, a good job, that relations with others, relationship with yourself first, your health, your well-being, anything. It's the satisfaction of having it first and getting into that alignment of that which is over there. We talked a bunch of times within this series about walking the path of least resistance and knowing that everything is now, is that means that whatever you desire is over there. So this thing we call tomorrow becomes today as soon as tomorrow comes. So there is no such thing as tomorrow or yesterday. When you move into the state of being, is you're working with a new now moment, and you're creating consciously on a moment-to-moment basis through knowing that thoughts create emotions, and that draws to you. So whatever you want for yourself, you align inside yourself of already having it. So this is an act of make-believe. It's an act of seeming that you're not in reality because you're really not in reality. Because what is not what's coming. So a lot of us go at, reality because we're told to. As soon as we're born into this world, as soon as we're born into this world, we're told to do this, and that, and be this way, and that's how you manifest. Follow the linear path, obtain a lot of information, a lot of education, fill up your head with a lot of information and get that good job, get that good thing. Now, if you want that career, absolutely. That's not what's being said here, is that that's wrong to do. No, nothing's wrong or right. It's all in what you want to manifest. But we were playing victim, right? We were playing victim to a certain way, a linear way of manifesting, when that in which we want to manifest makes us feel good. When we're doing this desire thing, we want something in our life, whatever it is, we feel that if we have it, then we'll feel good. By having it, we'll be satisfied, whatever that is. And so what's suggested in working with the law of attraction, because that's basically how it is here, is that whatever you are wanting, you get into that mode of already being satisfied. Once the partner comes, of course things are going to change. Of course you're going to the dynamics, and you're going to, enjoy yourself, enjoy whatever it is, and you're going to feel good. But the point of having anything is feeling satisfied and making yourself feel good first. It was never the other way around. And so it's not the easiest thing to do. This is why it takes a lot of repeating over and over again how it works. You watch your thoughts and you pay attention to how they're making you feel. And, it's a work on not resisting, whatever it is that you're feeling, that you're pushing to make happen, wanting to make happen. You're realizing that is a forceful action. By working with this moment-to-moment soft way of being, it's more graceful, is that you trust the law of attraction. You trust the universe to deliver that which you desire. It's just the way it works. But again, the brain, because it's been in such a stronghold, and it's been in a way that it runs how we move moment to moment, day to day, week to week, month to month, year to year, and how we live our lives. This is a total game changer, because you're getting yourself to feel good. So you take care of yourself. You take care of yourself. I know being a woman, to have love in your life, maybe you want a man in your life or a woman, whatever your sexual preference is, you want love in your life. What we tend to do is that we try to, make that person our world, or we try to serve them, whatever it is, first before ourselves. And doing this act is like an act of pulling back, and getting soft and taking care of yourself. Even in those hours and those days of loneliness or feeling not loved or wanting just to really, be with someone to express your love. Because it's a law. Like whatever you want will happen. So again, over and over again, we'll repeat it over again, is that we tend to push it. And through that, we have thoughts all of a sudden come in of not feeling satisfied, of not fulfilling our desires. And then moods come in, and then it changes into our emotion. The ball falls into the emotional body of not well-being. And then we feel like it's that person's fault, or it's if it's money, then it's the financial institution's fault, or it's the people of the world running the money in the bank's fault. And this is literally taking responsibility for our own actions. And actions come from, inspired action comes from being with yourself long enough to listen to that movement to make that right action, which will bring that which you manifest. Not so much the thoughts want. And like if you think enough, and through all that thinking, then eventually something will come from that. And what's suggested here is that when you move into more of trusting your emotions and feeling that, when things feel good or they don't feel good, that's your navigation. That's when you're aligning with your higher self, and your higher self is always looking out for you. It's always in benefit for your well-being. It's when the human acts on free will is that it becomes a battle. The human wants it today. Needs it, feels it, goes into fear, goes, oh, well, I need the money and I need to pay the bill tomorrow. Then immediately goes into fear. Then it charges emotions of feeling not adequate, or you're not doing something right. And see, so it takes you down a long road of emotional turmoil, and then it creates this electromagnetic frequency, and it creates a reality around you of not having it yet, not yet. And then you're back to not feeling satisfied. So it sounds like a lot, but by listening to it, by hearing it repeated over and over again, as long as you need it to hear it, it does click. But it is an act of actually moving out of being with reality for a while as you align yourself. You have to stay long enough with yourself to align to that which you desire. And that which you desire is in a higher frequency. It's over there. Again, it could be the money, relationships, a good job, your health, your well-being. That version is over there. How do you get from here to over there? And this is what's being said, is that you get yourself in that feeling of being satisfied already. However you do that, get yourself distracted. Move on to something else. We tend to focus on that which we want to manifest, and all of that energy of not having it yet. And that's what the law of attraction gives. It's a law. That's what the universe gives. It constantly comes back and it feeds back to us, not have, not have, not have. I don't have that. Not have, not have, not have. And so when you get into a mode of feeling it, what does it feel like to have all the money that you need to live out your existence? Maybe that's not the issue for you. Maybe it, again, is your relations for yourself first. What does it feel like to be in a state of well-being on most moments of the day? And not to be a superstar about it right away, but to know that that's possible to even is amazing. But to walk into it by doing this very thing of recalibrating, noticing how you're thinking, noticing what you're saying. Getting into a state of satisfaction is being grateful for everything you already have manifested. I'm grateful for this beautiful day. As soon as you before you get out of bed, today's a good day. Today is a good day. It's a new day of point of attraction. More and more is going to manifest. Even if it's not like in an action manner, I'm noticing with myself that I feel good and feeling neutral, even feeling okay, a feeling of okayness, which it could feel like a feeling of just neutrality. And you have moments when all of a sudden it's more than neutral and you start feeling really good, and you have moments and it's not so good, and you notice your thoughts going over there to the thing of this isn't working and I wonder when it's going to work, or lack, or whatever it is, to bring again that feeling of emotions that bring that vibration down. What we're doing is we're raising our vibration up to an alignment to the version of which we want and that which we desire to have. She's over there, but I'm not ready yet. I'll be ready when I'm ready. She's not ready yet. And I'm patient enough because I understand how the universe works, how the law of attraction works, that I am sitting here and I'm recalibrating and aligning myself that to which I desire. I mean, it's simple in theory, but when you're applying it, it takes practice. Because if we're born into the world, and if you were born, decades ago within the old frequencies, then you have what we call emotional baggage you may still be carrying within your bodies, and it's lifting up. Sometimes we don't know when our vibration is up in frequency. You're feeling neutral, but you're not like, wow, this is amazing, this day, whatever's happening. We don't realize that through the recalibration that we've been doing, through the aligning that we've been doing from a moment-to-moment basis, while we're doing this whole act of walking the path of least resistance, it's been aligning. We've been aligning. Everything's been aligning to that, to which is our higher self is always wanting for us. Again, it was the human that had the free will and has a mind and a brain that can listen to the thoughts and can listen to the emotions, and then navigate or dictate its life on a day-to-day basis to what's happening, not to what's coming. If we trust how the process works, we understand that it's not always what's today. It could happen today, less than an hour from now, even less than a minute from now. It's getting into that receptive mode, feeling okay from a moment-to-moment basis as best to your ability. It's always to the best of your ability. Feeling okay to the best of your ability. We all have moods. It's not wrong to think negative thoughts. It's not wrong to go any of that. No, it's just, again, the path of least resistance. So you're noticing it, and you're noticing, oh, there's no resistance when I'm not battling it, or when I'm not giving into those thoughts. There's no resistance there. Oh, I get this now. I'm not being persuaded to go down to a road of which my mind is telling me, hey, this isn't working. It's not manifesting yet. I'm not feeling good about this. And the brain can't feel, but it charges emotions to your body. By staying in a state of well-being, you're taking care of yourself. And it's not easy from time to time. When it clicks, you get it. But we have days too, we're living a life of contrast. That's why we're here. We're not here to live in a world of heaven and be angels. We're here to experience the process of how this place works. And if we abide to the process of how, things come to us, then we live more gracefully, It's not so, per se, like easy in reference to, this thing we call effort or battling resistance. No. You start realizing how it works, you get softer. And this is the more feminine way of moving, the internal way of moving, and trusting how your energy is, what you're focusing on, where you're moving your attention to. If it's a person, place, thing, get your energy off of that, because you're pushing it. That's resistance. We take the energy and you focus off of things and get distracted onto something else. Feel good most of the time. Even when you're not feeling good, well, then don't feel good. Take a nap. Take a break for a day or two or three or a week, whatever happens. Say it's a death and the person was close to you. You're not going to feel good, right? So you give yourself the opportunity to not feel good. You don't create during those times when you're not feeling good. Very simple. Because we're always building momentum, because we're creating every moment with this. You're always building a momentum. That momentum will build and build and build. We'll catch it. If you catch it, then you're building a conscious momentum, you see? So again, it's a law. It has to happen. If you get yourself feeling good most of the time and get in touch with your emotions without having to numb out, to escape reality or anything. No, to get yourself feeling good, meaning to stop and trust your breath will calm you. Trust that this moment's not here to harm you. You're not battling something. And again, if you feel like you are, then get yourself calmed down, however that works, before you start manifesting and creating that life of abundance. Because I've never met anybody that's a positive person that's not happy. I've never met someone who's creating a world of abundance that doesn't have this high energy movement lifestyle. I mean, you could be a mellow person like myself, but as far as movement going on, it's just, you know, it happens and you trust the movements. You could live a life that doesn't seem like to another person seems very like mellow, and again, you don't, it doesn't seem like you do anything. You let the sun come up and sun goes down, but yet you have a perfectly healthy point of well-being within yourself, for the most part, for the best of your ability. You know, again, we're in a realm of contrast. The contrast makes it so that we have the good things happen. And so, but we just don't stay too long within the contrast, because we understand the contrast for what it is, the purpose of it. So, you know, staying satisfied, being in that satisfaction mode when you're really going at it, you'll be surprised at how fast this comes. And then you'll just be going along, right? And then all of a sudden you'll have that inspired action to make that move, which brings the thing that you've been wanting to manifest. You know, again, it could bring it across the board, whether it's finances, money, relationship, relations with your family, for yourself first, your family members, relationships with the world, your health, anything. Okay, and we are magical beings. It's just where we put our attention on, where we focus to. Sometimes we can muddle up the energies when we're not pulling back when we should, because we want, basically, is that we're kicking and screaming on our way to our own enlightenment. We're kicking and screaming to our way to wanting something in our life, like a little kid does if you don't give him or her the toy or the doll that they want. So like little kids, if we don't get what we want, then we go into an emotional state of being, and we don't, if we're not in touch with our emotions, then we don't know what to do with them. And since we're emotional beings, and that's our point of attraction, well, then you can fill in the blank from there. And this is what, this is all being said, all these videos that being put into the series of Walking the Path of Least Resistance. We created the book, and that's available on Amazon, hardcover, paperback, or ebook, whatever you choose. Audio is free on the YouTube. It's just a bootlegged version of that, right? And thank you so much for purchasing that. If it's helped you at all, leave a review on Amazon. It helps others have that viewpoint, how it helped you. So it's always good to really leave the review for them. And it also makes it more available. It's just the way how the logarithms through the technology works. It makes it more available for others to see too, randomly. So again, these videos will be available, more being made here, just as reminders, because the brain needs to be reminded over and over again that, hey, you're not in control, per se. And the less you have those thoughts that make you feel like you're in control, then the more you can allow that which is coming to you in your sphere, and you're in that mode of receptivity. So thank you again, once again, for being here. And until next time, have a beautiful day. Namaste.